Hi there. I paint stories. Many times they're abstract or they'll start as abstract. This means that it's not only my narrative, but it can be shaped and changed into your story as well. It's about making a visual connection. It can be superficial, but it could also be deep and meaningful. I've heard many people tell me that abstract is just throwing some paint on the canvas, and while this is true for some artists, and it is perfectly okay, it's not how I approach my art. I always start with research. I find the need to immerse myself into the story before I ever touch the canvas. The deeper I'm connected, the better I feel I can tell the story. This is the first painting in a series that I've been developing, and I started this project by asking people to send me a word or some words that describe 2020 to them. It didn't matter to me how many words, if they were positive or negative, but it was important that they felt true to them. For this reason, I first approached people individually instead of in a group setting, though in the end, some groups were engaged as well. I made sure to ask people of different race, gender, sexual orientation, political views, financial status, and I also wanted to reach out to people of different stages in life. So far, I've had responses ranging from ages 5 to 83, and I'm still developing the series. So if you would like to be a part of it, please leave your words in the comment section below, and it'll be my honor to have you represented in this series as well. As you can see, I began painting with black and white. That was something big this year, wasn't it? But I do not want to talk about race. I want to talk about me, and I want to talk about you as an individual. And that is why I use the black and the white. Each one of us has something strong that defines us. Our character, our actions, our responses. The black and white represent here our individual walk in this world, where we go, how we adapt, and the impact that we make. We shape, we mold, we build, we move. We want to be seen, we want to be heard, and we want to leave our mark. It's a go, go, go. Always busy and always going somewhere. Our egos are ready to take over and make us the center of it all for as long as we let it. But let's face it, if we keep centering it all around ourselves, we'll keep going around and around in circles until it just gets muddy. So let's dive a little deeper. Take a journey within and reach to the depths of our hearts. Your heart. It's there, red, bold, full of dreams, but most importantly, it's yearning to connect. If we look a little closer, we'll see that we are made for relationships no matter how we choose to embrace them. We connect with our family, friends, colleagues, employer, employee, clients, and even with strangers that somehow cross our paths. We even connect with that person reading our online comment, even though we might forget that they're even there, or that they have real feelings just like you and me. Someone who, just like you, want to be heard, want to be seen, want to connect, want to leave a mark. People who might be in the same muddy paths in their lives. Some might be ready to connect, and some might not. Are you? I guarantee you can find connections everywhere you look. And each connection is represented by a color here because no matter how similar we are, we're also different, unique individuals. When we connect with other people, share ourselves, learn to accept them for who they are, we can start to spread beyond ourselves in a powerful way. Connections can really spread everywhere. They can be toxic like a virus, or they can be healing and promote growth. Through strong connections, our black, white, and gray life becomes so much more. It forms bonds that creates a brand new path. It's like pavers, built brick by brick. Each person that you come across can be a part of this story. In fact, this year has been one where time slowed for many of us. Many of us worked from home. Many of us lost our jobs. Many of us were homebound. You know, you had to be with those people that you're always too busy to spend time with. Many of us were forced to stop and learn how to be a family for more than just a few minutes a day. And this forced quality time was a great opportunity for many to learn more about their loved ones. You see, we're always changing, growing, so just as our phones need to be updated, so do our connections. We all have the opportunity to learn something new every day. So, if we take the time to connect with those around us, we can all be updated in a very powerful way. When I was around 17 or 18, a dear friend said to me, "I know what I know, but I don't know what you know. Just the same as you know what you know, but you don't know what I know." This really resonated with me. I've always been shy, and this is usually said in a negative way. I don't see it that way. To me, it's merely information, just as knowing the color of my hair or the country I was born in. I learned to share and communicate in my own way, just as you do with yours. We're labeled as talkative, quiet, introvert, extrovert, and this extends also to the color of our skin, beliefs, gender, you name it. But they're really just labels, like tags from something that you buy at a store. And have you noticed that you make a point to remove the tags from that brand new outfit before you wear it? Why is it so hard to see beyond people's tags? In the big picture, what really matters is that we can all still connect. If you look at the colors, they're now merging into each other as if creating a bridge over the black, white, and gray background. And though the colors are merging, we can still distinguish one color from the next. That, to me, is respect. To be able to connect with one another while still allowing the other to be themselves, and having the same courtesy in return. It's joining through our similarities while respecting our differences. It's acceptance, care, compassion, empathy, love, breaking walls and building bridges. It's reaching out without invading the other person's space. It's when each individual color can stand out at their best and create a strong bond with the next. And this is when I see the possibility for it to also become the background, like the foundation that many times we don't even notice it's there, but somehow we feel supported by it. And what I see now is that this has become a solid structure that attracts more to join. It's contagious, it's inviting. So, the surrounding colors that I'm adding to the foreground are representative of an even larger coming together. And everyone still maintains their color, their identity. And as I continue this path on the canvas, I begin to see grounds for garden, an environment for growth. It's just like healthy soil filled with seeds that are ready to bloom. And the blooming part to me represents the younger generations, our little ones. They're growing, and they grow exactly where they are. It's inevitable. And this is why I wanted to spend so much time on us first, on how we pave the way for them. The way we gather or separate has a direct impact on them and how they learn from our example. And it's amazing how much attention kids are paying to us. We tell them, "Not now, we're busy, you'll need to wait, I have to work," and so on. And believe me, they are learning all of that from us. The way we prioritize, how we behave, how we react to something good, how we respond to something bad. And they're developing into their own person while also absorbing who we are. Our effect on them will last, and it is our responsibility to make it a meaningful one. Growing up, I remember that we moved around a lot, as my parents either got transferred for a job or moved to advance their studies. So for me and my brothers, that meant new schools. I remember always being the new girl, and that was very normal to me. And when I realized that some of my friends had gone to the same school all their lives, I thought that was so weird. When I look at the kids now, I feel strongly that I can't compare their experiences with mine. But what I can do is help make their experiences the best for them. Their normal is different than our normal, and our job as adults And I say adults because it really goes beyond the parents. Regardless if you are a parent or not, I believe that we are each responsible for the impact that we have on every child that crosses our path. It is all of our jobs to protect them, to allow them to grow and bloom into a future filled with hope and excitement. And this is why I chose to paint the edges green, to represent not only hope, but also a healthy and nurturing structure for them to bloom. The mask you're seeing here, so common during this pandemic, is a representation of us collectively protecting them. And I named this piece Contagious because I feel like this kind of connection should be. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you would like to participate in this series, again, you can comment with your words for 2020 in the comment section below. And if you would like to see more of my stories told on a canvas, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!